Bro, tell me why Baki is one of the funnest and most enjoyable anime to watch. Not gonna lie, it's become a guilty pleasure series of mine because of how insane and crazy this show is. I mean, I've never seen an anime go so serious about a premise that's such a blatant piss take and still bang it out the park with how crazy this show is. I mean, when you watch this, you just gotta leave your mind out of the equation.
If you're homeless, buy a house.
You just gotta sit down and enjoy it without a brain, because that's what this show thrives on. By the way, I've only seen the Netflix versions of Baki, you know, the ones that are after the older series, so I haven't actually seen that older series where I know he has the tournament arc where he's a younger kid and he faces Jack Hanma and stuff. I haven't seen that. You suck! But I have a rough idea of what happens. I've only seen the Netflix series, the original Baki, and then Baki Hanma, Son of Ogre, season 1 and 2. And let me just say, the premise of this show is literally just Baki wanting to become the strongest fighter in the world and beat up his dad. That's it. This entire show is about a kid called Baki wanting to beat the shit out of his dad, who turns out to be the strongest creature on the planet, who kills elephants and animals, and is just the strongest person on earth and just destroys everyone. But Baki is trying to build up his strength, fight people, test himself to get up to the biggest challenge, which is fighting his dad, Yujiro. That is the main premise of this show, and they somehow managed to make this so enjoyable. I mean, the characters are literally superheroes. I mean, these guys have insane strength and they're just jacked and juiced to the gills. It's just watching large, muscly men beat the crap out of each other and do superhuman things. Who doesn't like that? This is the most masculine TV show you'll ever watch in your life. If you want to get a dose of testosterone, you gotta watch Baki. I mean, if you go over the original Baki, the ones that's a direct sequel to the original one, the story is literally these prisoners break out of jail and they're extremely dangerous prisoners, and they come out of jail and they just want to fight people. That's literally what they want to do. They just want to fight strong guys and just see if they can beat them up. And they all come to Baki because he's really strong apparently, and they find out about this, and then Baki basically just has to beat them all up. And Baki's just this beast of a teenager who's supposedly 18 years old. And he ends up just destroying all of them. This is all just a build up to fighting his dad, and he just goes on a quest after this. This starts his quest, go and beat his dad and become the strongest creature on earth. And while all this is happening, you know, you get the occasional scene of Yujiro walking around doing literally impossible things, scaring the living shit out of people. So Baki goes on this quest to fight the strongest guys. There's so many different characters here. There's Doppo Orochi, there's obviously Yujiro, there's even Muhammad Ali Jr. who's really desperate to fight Baki by any means necessary. And then he has this huge build-up. You know, he's the son of Muhammad Ali. He's the new prodigy, the dominator. And then he has a fight with Baki and then he gets eliminated in one blow.
What's this, you fucking piece of shit?
Light work. And there's obviously Jack Hanma, Baki's brother, who's literally a roided out machine, but he's actually a beast of a fighter. Then there's Hanayama. There's Retsu as well. There's so many different characters. So many all just yoked, muscly guys who are just insane fighters. And the entire series is people beating each other up. I mean, there's not really much you can go into about the story. That's the show. So in Baki Hanma, the season after on Netflix, Baki then goes into a jail by kidnapping the president because he wants to fight one of the strongest people on the planet, Biscuit Oliver, to prove that he's going to be able to fight his dad. Then he breaks into the jail by kidnapping the president and then works his way up the ranks in the jail to fight Biscuit Oliver and take his throne as the #1 strongest fighter in the jail. And then him and Oliver have an absolutely insane fight, and then Baki does end up winning, and then Baki just cycles off and leaves the prison to fight the next guy. Yeah, that's it. It's literally, I don't know what else to say. This is just the show. I mean, yeah, it's absolutely insane, but literally the main story is Baki just wants to fight his dad. And then in Baki Hanma season 2, which just came out, they find a prehistoric man called Pickle who is found frozen in the middle of beating up a T-Rex and about to eat it. They then unfreeze Pickle, and then he is let loose into the world and held in captivity to be experimented on. You know, this is a massive scientific discovery. You know, he should be kept super secret, so they should really not give him to anyone and allow him to do anything to keep him safe. But then they start letting him fight people, and then all the strongest fighters in the world want to fight Pickle because Pickle's a beast.
It works.
And then of course Baki wants to fight Pickle because that kid is just addicted to fighting people.
Damn, boy, he's sick!
And then after Pickle beats up all of Baki's friends and some of the best fighters on the planet, Baki's like, yo, it's my turn next, let me get some. And then Baki and Pickle have an insane fight. Baki takes Pickle to the edges of his abilities. Pickle has to dig in deep. Pickle is in trouble, but then Baki chooses to have a stamina battle with him, you know, battle Pickle with his strength, and then he does end up losing, but it's not not technically a loss because Baki could have beat him, but then it just ends in a stalemate, I guess, because they both get tired, but then Baki's more tired. But it's basically Baki finding out that yes, I can now fight my dad. I'm now strong enough and worthy enough to beat the hell out of my dad. And that is where Baki season 2 ends. And now the next part of Baki will be, I think anyway, Baki versus his dad Yujiro. And that fight better be absolutely insane. And I'm excited for it, which is why I just love Baki. I just love seeing these hench dudes fight. And I love how it's kind of like an anti-anime. Like, it's so different to all the other anime that I've seen. I mean, like, imagine if you're a beginner and then you watch Baki as your first anime. I mean, it's insane. There's literally a fight scene where Yujiro, Baki's dad, literally grabs a dude's face and then rips it off just with his hands.
What the fuck?
During a fight, and he throws it out to the crowd. This respected martial artist came here to have a fight, and the man just sticks his hand inside his face and rips it off and throws it into the crowd. I mean, it's just ridiculous. This show is so insane. But I want to know, with the Yujiro Baki fight coming up, what are your guys' opinions on Baki? Let me know in the comments below. And we on 100+ subscribers now, so it's only up from here. Make sure you like and subscribe.